McCready's performance of the national anthem here at Safeco Field. Mariners getting ready to take on the Rays. Game 2 of the 4-game set. Up to the booth. Gentlemen calling the game. It's Dave Sims and Mike Blowers. Gentlemen.
All right, Brett, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. How about the Mariners last night? Little home run derby by the Mariners in Safeco Field. Does it get any better than that?
It really doesn't, and you're looking for run support for Felix Hernandez, who was the starter last night, and you'd like to see a home run or two. Well, the Mariners get things started with Jack Cust hitting his first home run here at Safeco Field this year. Usually you hit him in bunches, so hopefully that'll be the case for Jack.
And how about Peguero leans on this one? We've been touting the fact that this young man swings the bat hard every time. It paid off last night. And how about this one? He goes down and gets the second one.
That's another off-speed pitch to him, but to hit it the other way out into the Mariners bullpen, that's doing some work.
Justin Smoke, I said, hey, you wanted to get on the act? I just wanted to hit the ball hard somewhere. And that he did. Heck of a job last night. So that bodes well for the Mariners. You see these young guys swinging the bat very aggressively. Tonight, the starters, it's an interesting story. You've got Jason Vargas, who's trending downward his last 4 starts, and Andy Sonnenstein, who had been a long guy, has to be pressed into service as a starter.
Yeah, and I think with Jason Vargas, his last couple of outings have been a struggle for him. So he has to get back to where he was back on May 18th against the Angels. And that was commanding his fastball, pitching inside. That way he can get to his changeup, Dave. And when he's able to do that, especially if he's working ahead in counts, you get a lot of swing and misses or putting the ball in play early so that he can work deep into a game. His last 2 outings, 4 2/3, and then the last one just 3 innings. So Jason's looking to bounce back. Typically, when he's on a rough patch, he'll usually bounce back in pretty good shape, so hopefully that'll be the case.
He's one of the really good competitors that you're going to see when he takes the mound. One of the bulwarkers here in this Mariner pitching staff. Everybody around the country starting to take notice at the production of the Mariner pitching staff, the bullpen and the starters. This guy getting some work done. I like it. He's probably out here in the ballpark after a hard day at the beach. That's a good plan. Maybe we should sign up for that one day. Mariner baseball, first pitch, straight ahead.
Is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Quest. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting hilarious Funny Man Sinbad, June 11th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And welcome back to Safeco Field. Great to have you with us as we get ready for Game 2 of 4 between the Mariners and Tampa Bay Rays. Along the way, we'll keep you up to date on the action around Major League Baseball tonight, including the AL West leading Rangers in Cleveland taking on the Indians. Right now, though, let's connect with Jen Mueller. Jen?
Well, some new faces in the clubhouse, or a new face in the clubhouse today, Tom. The Mariners making a move last night as they option outfielder Michael Saunders to Tacoma. The moves gives him a chance to play every day and hone his craft, according to manager Eric Wedge. As a result, the Mariners call up outfielder Greg Holman. Now, he was a late call-up last year, so he does have a little playing time in the Major League, but the timing is a little bit intriguing because he spent most of the year on the DL, just coming off of that with a fractured left hand last week. Nevertheless, it does nothing to dampen his excitement about the call-up.
Of course, I didn't have a lot of time, coming back from my injury, but only played 5 games and felt pretty good, so I'm nothing but excited to be here and ready to play.
Biggest challenges you anticipate?
Of course, I haven't played a lot, so not having my real rhythm yet, maybe that's going to come into play a little bit, but I'm not looking at that. I'm just looking to have good ABs, play hard, play good defense, run the bases, and all of that stuff.
You're going to do a lot of early work and stuff like that to kind of overcome not having the rhythm?
I really haven't been, I've been doing a lot, of course, doing in my rehab and everything, but every chance I get to come out here and hit early or shag or do stuff like that, I'll be out here.
Greg Holman not in the lineup tonight, but fans can expect to see him as a backup in center field and on occasion in left field. He's getting settled in. So are the fans. First pitch is just around the corner. The Rays and the M's coming up next.
Welcome to Mariners Baseball, everybody. Game 2 of a 4-game set with the Tampa Bay Rays. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Here's Johnny Damon to lead it off against Jason Vargas. First pitch in there for a strike. Windy day here at the ballpark. Sort of like last Friday a week ago when the Yankees were in town. Wind coming in hard over the left field stands, going up against the Hit It Here Cafe and then streaming right down the first base line. See the wind gusting at 3. I'm not buying that, but that's what they said.
Probably don't want to shoot that. No problem. You don't want to shoot that.
I'm told good wind when it's coming in from left field. 64 degrees. 1-2 to flips one foul. Johnny Damon, 37 years young. Talked to him today. Said he wants to play maybe to 40. Said it's a good goal. Said the thing that freaks him out right now playing with this Rays team, there's teammates that knew of him when they were 8, 9 years old, and he's now playing with them. As he strikes out, let's take a look at the rest of the Rays batting order.
Well, he is definitely the veteran in the lineup, but you have to look at the middle of the lineup. Longoria starting to heat up, average up to 243. Matt Joyce, what a start. He is off to 364, hit a home run in last night's ball game. And then, of course, B.J. Upton. Struggling a little bit with his average, 7 home runs for him. You definitely want to keep him off the bases. Numbers for Jason Vargas, 4.5 ERA, 66 innings pitched for him so far, 44 strikeouts. Opponent's average 266.
So Johnny Damon strikes out. This brings up Ben Zobrist. Ben, a switch hitter, playing at second base tonight. Vargas trying to get back on track. They beat Texas back on May 5th. Got a no decision against Baltimore, and it's just an exquisitely pitched game against Zach Britton. Since then, he's gone 7 innings, 4 2/3 and 3. It's trending down in that direction. His ball hit out of play. And the other disturbing thing is you look at his numbers, his last 2 games, he's walked 4. Here's a guy that's relying a lot on control. And he has not been as sharp as he has been throughout the course of most of this season when he's had some lack of run support, where he's left a couple of games with leads or tied after pitching some good ball. Backs up Goody in center field. He's got it tracked on the glide. 2 outs.
Take a look at the rest of the defense behind Jason tonight. Figueroa with a couple of home runs last night. He's in left field. Gutierrez in center. Ichiro out in right. Higgins and Ryan on the left side. Kennedy getting the start at second base. And then Miguel Olivo will do the catching tonight. Well, you're absolutely right with Vargas. He a fastball that's going to be 88 miles an hour. Command is a big issue for him. And I think the other thing is he has to be able to get to his changeup, which he just threw a nice changeup to Longoria.
Carl Willis, the pitching coach, said the changeup not only is important, but it's especially important against left-handers. So wants to see him, particularly against Damon, Matt Joyce, John Jaso tonight. See if he can throw a good changeup tonight. Not a big differential. His changeup and fastball. 1-2 to Longoria.
2 good changeup. That last one was where you want to see it down in the zone. I think his cutter to the right-handed hitters is going to be important too. Really sets his changeup nicely if he's able to get it in on the hands.
Longoria reaches up, punches the one hopper to Kennedy. A nice clean inning for Jason Vargas. We're underway here on a gorgeous Friday evening. A little breezy here in Seattle, but the Mariners playing some good ball. Nothing across from Tampa Bay. The Mariners coming up. Mariners playing some great baseball starting today, a game and a half behind Texas, second place in the American League West. Good to have them here in the ballpark, and good to have you with us here on Root Sports as we take a look at the Mariner lineup.
For Eric Wedge this evening, Justin Smoke hitting third. Another home run, leads the club in home runs and RBIs. Jack Cuss with a home run in last night's ballgame. Franklin Gutierrez getting healthy, playing almost on a daily basis. And then Paguro, he was the story last night. A couple of home runs and 4 RBIs for him.
Here's Ichiro leading it off against Andy Sonnenstein. Ball 1 to Ichiro.
Look at the numbers for Sonnenstein. Not a strikeout pitch. Third innings he has pitched so far.
There's a guy that had been their long guy out of the bullpen, and now because of a back injury to Jeff Neiman, pressed into service as a starter. And Ichiro trying to get on track. 2-0. Bouncing ball to Zobrist. Gets rid of it quickly. 1 out.
Take a look at the defense for the Rays. B.J. Upton, one of the better center fielders in the league. Matt Joyce off to a nice start out in right field. Then it's Longoria and Sean Rodriguez at shortstop. Zobrist and Lopez on the right side of the infield. And Jaso would do the catching tonight.
Here's what Sonnenstein did against the Rangers. Jim Hickey, their pitching coach. So they're hoping he can get him into the 6th inning and give him a chance to win. He's been in the strike zone lately.
And if he's going to do that, the Mariner hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. Cutter slider. Fastball again, not overpowering. He'll be 86 to 88 miles an hour.
That's what Hickey was saying coming out of Penn. He was at 84. He's up to 88 now as a starter. Interesting. In the clubhouse today, Brendan Ryan, Jack Custon, a few of the guys knowing that Jim Wolf is going to be behind home plate tonight. He's a boys put it in play kind of umpire. He's going to be calling some strikes. So be ready to swing.
Yes, it's true. The players even have scouting reports on the umpires.
Yes, they do. Word gets around. Well, you mentioned it because Eric Wedge today, I mentioned that to him, and he says, well, it's not as good as it used to be before. You could have a complete book on guys. I said, well, your guys certainly are aware about Wolf being boys put it in play. I said he liked it when you had the American League guys and National League guys.
I did too. Thought it was a huge advantage. And really not to either one, because the pitchers know it too. The starting pitchers know what the umpires are called, how tight it's going to be. If they can pitch on the edges, sometimes they won't give you anything on the inside, but you can expand off the plate away. It's not necessarily that way anymore.
2-2. Up high. Jim Wolf is the brother of Randy Wolf. Pitches for the Brewers as you look at Justin Smoke on deck. Sonnenstein out of Barberton, Ohio, lives in Gulfport, Florida. Payoff to Ryan. He'll do it again. How about the Mariners? 5-2 in this homestand. They've won 13 of their last 17. Since April 26th, they're 21-12. Start MLB Network. Interviewed Justin Smoke today. Miguel Olivo, second place behind the Rangers, who won today 11-2 a little while ago. There's another ground ball to Zobrist. And boys will be boys. He's doing a live shot on MLB Network, and Miguel Olivo in the clubhouse saw it. All of a sudden, he bolts by me. I said, where the heck is he going? He ran out in the field, went behind Smoke, and jumped up and down. The whole clubhouse was roaring. Way to go, Miggy. And Smoke said, yeah, I saw him. It's like, when your kid that first time you're on TV and you got, hey, look at me, you're jumping up and down.
Well, you just mentioned the record and how the Mariners have been playing. It makes it a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Oh, walking into that clubhouse now, man, it's way different from a couple, 3 years ago. I'll tell you that. Heck, not even, you don't have to go back that far. Last year, went to 101 losses in 10 and then 08. Big L seasons. Smoke shift is on with second baseman Zobrist in the short right field. Longoria swung around near second. One and one to Smoke. 4 home runs by the Mariners last night. One to Smoke. Boy, that's well hit. Right field, going back and gone. Justin Smoke, a line drive home run, and the Mariners have an early 1-0 lead on Smoke's 10th home run and his 33rd RBI. Barrel up, big fella. My goodness, he hit that ball well. It had the sound. It was just a matter of how far it was going to go.
We'll take a look at it. It looked like Sonnenstein tried to come back inside with a cutter. Didn't quite get it there. And Justin Smoke just slams the door shut on this one and barrels it up. A line drive into the right field seats. Gets him into double digits now. His 10th home run of the year.
So 10 home runs, 33 RBIs for Smoke. He's been the leader for most of the season. Very impressive. Nice to see this big guy swinging a bat well. Got it on a 1-1 count. Here's Jack Cust. You can hear the oohs and ahs of all the people from behind home plate. 1-0 to Cust. He's able to check. They go down to Mark Ripperger at third. It's Jim Wolf behind home plate. Darrell Cousins at first. Jim Joyce at second. And Mark Ripperger at third. Favorable count for Mr. Cust. He was 2-0 last night, second inning, when he got his first safe go field home run as a Mariner. So Smoke featured on MLB Network earlier today. Around the nation. Coming through with another home run. He hit one last night. 3-0 pitch. And a 4-pitch walk to Cust. Since April 17th, Mariners in elite company. The Red Sox, they got up to a slow start, and they've been at a blistering pace. Diamondbacks, they were a last place to first place team. The Phillies not hitting, but they're pitching carrying them. Cardinals have a lot of injuries, but they're still surviving. The Mariner pitching, you know about them. Look at that, a 6.10 clip. Very impressive. Franklin Gutierrez, the hitter. It's at ball one. Get used to this home run thing with the Mariners.
Makes it fun, doesn't it? Get a couple, 2 or 3 guys in your lineup, and you feel like you're never out of a game.
365 feet on that home run by Smoke. Off speed pitch for strike. Smoke had a run earlier this year. We homered in 3 consecutive games. That was a series in Detroit. So Goody's standing in. 0 for 3. Runs scored last night. Reached on an error by the first baseman Lopez, who dropped the ball right at his feet and didn't pick it up in time. Franklin eventually scored on a home run by Peguero. Bouncing ball to Longoria. Goes over to Zobrist. That'll do it. But another home run by the Mariners. They hit 4 last night and are up to this evening with Smoke hitting a blistering line drive into the right field stands here at Safeco Field. It's the Mariners 1 and the Rays thing. And a Mariner fan, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Still reacting to the Justin Smoke home run. My goodness. Yeah, a little FaceTime. You got a ball for your troubles? You're going to kill each other with high fives and hugs. My goodness. Jay Buhner joining us up here in the booth as we begin the second inning. All right, Chopper, what do you think of the home run derby here the last day and a half?
I'm liking it, man. These guys are buggy whipping, back legging some stuff. They're not getting cheated. I like the fact they're going up there and they're sitting dead red. And when they get it, they're not missing it.
Yeah, good stuff. And how about, what did you think of Peguero? Particularly Mike and I were raving about the second home run that he hit when he went down and got it.
Yeah, I mean, it was almost like it should have been a rollover Beethoven ground ball. He's got power from foul pole to foul pole. That's what's nice. Now, if he can just slow the game down a little bit, let it come to him. He's a typical young kid that's anxious and wants to go out there and prove himself. And
so far, so good.
Yeah, but I tell you what, he's got some thunder. There's no doubt about that.
Bring up Greg Holman last night. Michael Saunders sent down to Tacoma.
And that's another guy, Greg Holman. I mean, he's another kid that's got some thunder in that bat and can do a lot of special things for you.
Which was funny at the batting cage today. He says, I like the kid's eyes. He says, I didn't get a chance to really get to know him in spring training, but now I got a chance, but I like his eyes.
And there's not too many guys, Michael, you'll agree to this. There's not too many guys that you can kind of just hear that. He's got that special sound off the bat. Like, unlike a lot of people, that ball just jumps off his bat.
Popped up. Olivo takes a look. He trying to locate it. Nice job, Miguel Olivo. Great job.
He's loose now, isn't he? Got his sprints in.
Boy.
Yeah, we were talking about it. The breeze blowing in from left field, and this ball is skied right up above home plate. Miguel comes out thinking he knows where it's at. By the time he picks it up, whoops, change the directions. This is not easy for a catcher with that catcher's mitt on to run it down and make a play. But Miguel, one of the things that we have seen from him is he is an athletic catcher. He can run and a nice play, good concentration.
That was off the bat of the leading hitter in the American League, Matt Joyce. Here's B.J. Upton. Upton had a good look at the two home runs by Peguero. He said the exact same thing you did. He thought it was going to roll over on it and pull it down to second base.
And that can do it. I mean, as an outfielder, sometimes you get out there and you see location. You kind of get accustomed to the ball being down on the ground. Next thing you know, you're like, oh boy.
A lot of times, Mike and I were talking about a lot of times too, as an outfielder, you see, especially 3, 4, 5 guy, a guy with some pop, takes that big swing and gets it off the end of the bat.
Yeah.
And that first step is back, and they're like, uh-oh.
Or straight up, and now the only thing, if it is over your head, you got to backpedal. But yeah, that's when you just try to stay low and give a good quick turn, stay low, and then adjust.
Another pop up, back up this way, 2-2. So the power sources, how about Peguero? He hit 2 last night. Smoke got 1 last night and 1 in the first inning this evening.
Living up to his name, isn't he?
10 home runs now, third of the way through the season.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Full count to Upton.
And unfortunately, I don't like to bring up the fact that, the passing of his dad, but it seems like since he's come back from that, he's really caught fire, and man, he's on a mission. So it's good to see. He's a great kid. He works hard. He's got some thunder, which is needed in that lineup, man.
B.J. Upton pulls an outside pitch. Ryan gets rid of it quickly, throws him out by about a step. 2 outs. Vargas off to a good start. He's retired the first 5 that he's faced. Wednesday, June 15th, Mariners and Angels. They close out an important 3-game AL West matchup for as low as $14. Groups of 4 to 12 can get a ticket to Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Night. It's a fantastic deal. You'll get a hot dog, a Pepsi, and a ticket to the game. So come on out. Take advantage of this offer. Go to mariners.com/specials for more info. Sean Rodriguez is the hitter. Shortstop. Fly ball, center field, backing up Gutierrez. Off the bat of Rodriguez, who was a hotshot prospect for the Angels until they dealt him to Tampa Bay a year ago. How about Vargas? 6 up, 6 down through 2. He's got a 1-0 lead. home run, and Jason Vargas threw 2 boys, looking pretty good, sharp. 6 up, 6 down.
Well, I think the thing that you like to see is him coming out and being able to throw first pitch strikes, which is a good sign for him. And commanding his fastball, Jay, is something that has eluded him in his last few outings, and it's made it difficult for him to get to his changeup. But so far tonight, things look pretty good.
He's got to have that outside fastball. He's locating it really nice and staying down. As you know, the last 2 starts he's been elevating the ball, and he's been getting hit pretty hard. So
here's Adam Kennedy to lead it off, the leading hitter on the ball club. Oh, not Ichiro. Adam hitting 299 starting tonight. Ichiro 270 starting the ball game, and already 0 for 1.
Mike, you and I were talking about, I'd take Jason Vargas as my 4 or 5th starter
Absolutely.
all day long, man.
Well, and the other thing is we know he's going to compete. He's going to give you a chance more times than not.
He's going to give you innings for sure.
Give you innings.
Off the end of the bat, down to Rodriguez, the shortstop. Wow. Let's check in with Tom Glasgow.
Dave, thanks a lot. Right now, let's go to Progressive Field for our Sterling Savings Bank score. The Rangers taking on the Indians. 2-1 Texas in the 7th when Josh Hamilton unloads a 3-run bomb, and the rout is underway later in the same frame. It's Nelson Cruz. He belts his 11th home run of the season to right center. Texas up 7-1, and the Rangers go on to win it by a final of 11-2. Back to Dave Sims.
Cruz and Hamilton are healthy. No, it didn't.
It did not take long.
Fly ball center field off the bat of Olivo.
Look at that ball moving.
And BJ's moved 4 times out there. 2 outs.
Might need a road map out there tonight.
That wind coming in left, hitting off the Hit It Here Cafe, and during BP it felt like it was coming right down the first base line.
A little circle action, huh?
2 outs here in the 2nd. Here's Sean Figgins. Figgy broke an 0 for 22 last night. First at bat, a 2-2 pitch. RBI single to right. So Figgins, Peguero, they're the 2 sub-200 batting average guys in the lineup tonight, hitting 8 and 9. You've seen slumps before. As you watch Figgins over this last month, what have you seen, Jay Bune?
You know, he's all about speed. His game is speed, so I want to see him get the ball on the ground and use his legs, man. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You hit a fly ball, anybody hits fly balls, but his game's all about getting it on the ground and raking some havoc, man.
Longoria in on the grass at third. So Figgins looks at ball 3.
And then he gets on base, and, you know, a single for him is a double, could be a triple. And then it also opens up holes. It opens up a lot of different things for Eric Wedge over there on the bench. Create some runs, especially early in the game.
If he can get something going here, 3-0, 2 out, nobody on. Takes a strike.
That pitching staff, as you know, is going to keep you in every ball game. I mean, it's impressive. And there's going to come a point. I mean, we got to be realistic where this pitching staff. I mean, I hope they can maintain what they're doing all year long, and I'm not saying that they're not going to be able to do it, but there's going to come a time that there's a little bit of bump in the road. They're going to need this offense to step it up a little bit.
Strike 2, Figgins thought.
Oh, come on.
That he had ball 4. So 3-2. Figgy 1 for 16 on the homestand. Fouled it into the glove. Figgins said, what? Fouled it into the glove, and here comes Eric Wedge.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either. Didn't look like he even came close. Here's another look.
No, he hit the catcher's mitt with his bat, and that's what made the sound, I think.
How about that? Figgy's gone, so the Mariners in the 2nd, 1-0 Seattle. Race first baseman Felipe Lopez leads off here in the third. Lopez, Jaso, and Ruggiano. 7, 8, 9 here against Jason Vargas, who's retired the first 6 men that he's faced. First base has been a problem for these Rays since Carlos Pena moved on to the Cubs. Lopez, one of several who've been down there at first. There's a strike, 1 and 2.
The numbers for Vargas are good. Face 7 batters, 5 of them first pitch strikes, 30 pitches, 21 strikes, just 9 balls.
Pitch down and in, yank foul, 1 and 2. Last win for Vargas, May 18th against the Angels. He went 7 innings. He's got wins against Texas. That was here at Safeco. Went 7 2/3 in that one. And a terrific win at Boston. 2 and 2. Remember talking to Jason after that outing against the Yankees last week. 2-2. Line drive into center field. Base hit. First hit given up by Vargas. Let's check out our AT&T trivia question. I think you guys are going to get this one at home. Which of the following was the first to perform in front of an audience? A, Feedback, you know them better as U2. Or B, the Mariners. Text A or B to 95323. I know my answer. You know your answer, boys?
I just know that U2's coming next door here pretty what
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
How's that traffic downtown going to be treating you? I tell you, I'd love to see who is it? Who's warming up for him? Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Somebody good?
Yeah, somebody really good. So good, I remember who they are. I'm going for that. That'll be
probably their name. Somebody good.
Yeah. 70,000 people down here. Oof.
Yeah. Big setup over there. Questfield. Fouled off by Jaso.
I have no idea. What's your answer, Dave?
I'm going A.
The Marlin Mariners?
No, I'm going A. Feedback. I'm going A. Strong A.
Really?
Yeah. All in.
I like the confidence. I'm in with you then. I want to be right at least one time this week.
Vargas is at Jaso 0-2. Couldn't get him to bite. Left-handers hitting against Vargas this year 329. Right-handers 242. See if he uses a changeup per his conversation with pitching coach Carl Willis. 1-2. Ryan to Kennedy. And nice double play turn there. Ryan, Kennedy, and Smoke. Nice bare hand grab and throw by AK. 2 down.
Ball is not hit hard, chopped over the mound. Kennedy has to come in and get it, but the little flip.
I like a little communication, letting him know what it's going to be. It's like barehanded right there.
Mariners had a nice 6-6-3 double play last night.
Brendan Ryan has been swinging the bat well lately, but I think he's played some really good defense all year.
No doubt. Makes everything look easy.
Yeah.
Even the hard plays. It's impressive.
Yeah, he can throw from all the different angles, whether he's going into the hole or up the middle. It doesn't seem to matter. And
he's got a little cannon too over there.
Surprisingly, right? It seems like he gets more on it than you think.
I was told he was a great fielder. I didn't anticipate the arm either.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be able to get the stuff from what a couple of friends in St. Louis said. Here's Ruggiano. His fouls one back.
He's supporting a power stash too.
And encouraging everybody to try to grow one. Figueroa joined in. League is in. League started with the mustache. He was going to go beard, and then Ryan said a lot of the wives said, no, we're not doing that. So that ended that whole conversation as Ichiro puts it away for the third out. Vargas faces the minimum here in the third inning thanks to the double play. Nothing across for Tampa Bay. Mariners lead on the Smoke home run 1-0. blue sky, and all these Mariner fans on hand to watch the Mariner Ball Club continue rolling. They're 5-2 in this homestand. They've won 13 of 17. Carlos Peguero, Ichiro, and Ryan 9-1-2 here in the home third. Mr. Peguero coming off a monster night last night. 2 for 4, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored. 3-run homer and a solo on his ledger last evening. And that hit him.
Oh, boy.
So Peguero's aboard.
Looks like he hits him with a cutter. Sonnenstein throws a lot of cutters. Yep, right on that front wrist.
Ran around that wrist, pinky finger area.
I think they're going to do everything they can to lock him up, not let him get some extension. They saw what happens when he gets those arms extended. Some thunder comes out of that bat.
Strong young man. 0 for 1 in base stealing. Got a pretty good lead. Ichiro is the hitter. Way upstairs, ball 1. Ichiro struggling 5 for his last 31 on this homestand. And Chris Chambliss, the hitting coach, I said, do you talk to him? He says, no, he's his own best coach.
Such a unique style and different from what everybody else would even think about doing. I think it would be tough. Maybe if you spent a few years with him, but I think it would be tough to try to give him too much to try to figure things out with him. By the way, he's gotten 200 hits for the last 10 years.
Yeah, he's got over 2,000 hits. I think he knows how to hit.
And what you said, unique style. I mean,
yeah.
I know Wedge talked about
different.
that.
Well, there's that whole language barrier, too, and trying to be able to get across. And I think Ichiro knows. If anybody can hit, that's this guy. And I wouldn't never worry about Ichiro getting locked in. You guys know as well as I do. Mm-hmm. 3 games, he can throw out 12 hits in a heartbeat.
He's ahead 2-0 here with a man aboard. In spite of the fact that he's slumping, he still leads the club in at bats, runs, and hits. Intentional walks and stolen bases. Multi-hit games, leads in that category.
It's funny he's hitting 270 and we're talking about how he's in a big slump.
Yeah, right.
Most guys are going, gosh, I'd love to have that. Boy, stay your ground in there.
3-0. On deck, Ryan grounded out the second, as did Ichiro on his first at bat. Ichiro 3-0. So he's aboard. That's something brewing here for the Mariners. The first 2 men are on here in the third. Second walk issued by Sonnenstein as we revisit.
Ooh, close one.
Wow, that is close. I'm all in on A. Which was the following? Which of the following is the first to perform in front of an office? Survey says A. Told you to go all in.
Wow, very nice.
1976.
And that would be Lenny Kravitz,
who's headlining. That's a real good opener. I mean, real good opener.
Tell me he can't rock it.
Yeah, he's terrific. That's a dynamite show.
Oh, heck yeah.
Lenny Kravitz opening for you too. Very strong. Jim Hickey, the pitching coach. Confab is over. See what the approach is here. Mariners have runners at first and second. Leading 1-0, Justin Smoke with his 10th home run on a 1-1 pitch, 2 outs in the first. Longoria in on the grass. Ryan shows bunt and takes a strike. Ryan leads the team with 5 sacrifices. Bunt offered, laid down. It's a good one. Jaso to third. Safe. Bases loaded. Hustling Carlos Peguero. Beat the throw.
That's a nice read right there. Must be nice to be that big and be able to have some wheels like that too.
Well, it certainly helps on this bunt. Jason, the catcher, does a nice job. Toughest play for a third baseman. You're playing in. As soon as you see him square around, your tendency is to take a step or two in, and at that point, you're watching the ball the entire way, and you're blindly trying to find the bag.
Trying to see both right there.
That's difficult. We saw a similar play earlier when the Rangers were in town with Adrian Beltre, who's as good as anybody, and almost the same thing happened, and it's a difficult play for a third baseman. The Mariners hopefully can take advantage of it.
Ooh, Smoke cut it loose on the first pitch from Sonnenstein. 0-1. Bases loaded for Smoke. 2 for 9. Still looking for his first career salami.
I like that. I like that sound. Grand salami.
Nobody out. Bases loaded for the Mariners here in the third, leading 1-0. One pitch last time up for Smoke. Oh man, he put some wood on it, didn't he? Whew. Justin Smoke's 10th home run, RBI number 33. One pitch. Took a lot off of that at 76 miles an hour.
And he'd like to have that one back. That one was hanging right in the middle of the plate, about belt high.
I think he'd like to have the first one back too.
10 home runs now for Smoke. Gets him in the top 10 in the American League. Bases filled with Mariners. Peguero, Ichiro, and Ryan. Counts 1-2. Was it foul? Rays have lost 2 in a row. 9 of 13 and 12 of 15. They start today third place, 3 games back of the Yankees and a game behind Boston, third place, American League East. Sonnenstein pressed into service with Jeff Neiman out with a back injury. He'd been a reliever for them. Been a starter occasionally over the years during his time in Tampa Bay.
Pitch count wise as high as 84. The other outing he threw 75, but other than that he's been in 30-40 pitches. He's at 45 right now. You see his splits are not good. 23 strikes, 22 balls.
It's good. Get into the bullpen.
Yeah.
Beat up that bullpen a little bit.
This is only his 4th start. Cobb would be the long man out of the pen tonight. 1-2.
Especially with the 4-gamer.
Did not go, says Mark Ripper. So 2-2.
Yeah, coming back with a day game tomorrow.
Day game. Travel day.
Big pitch right here for Smoke. Nobody out, bases loaded. Up high. Full count.
I like it. Good take right there. Down, and tried to work the ladder on him.
The Mariner fans getting into it here at Safeco Field, and we got a bigger crowd than we anticipated. Good to have them here in the building. Train car night. Andy Sonnenstein, they got him in a jam. Here's Smoke, 3-2. Pitch. Fouled off. 7 pitches in this at bat.
I like it. Make him work. Pressure pitches too. Got that runner on third base.
U.S. flag completely unfurled with the breeze coming in from left field. 3-2 to Smoke. He took it for ball 4 and an RBI. 2-0 Mariners. RBI number 34 now for Smoke. 2 on the night. scoring Peguero. Ichiro to third. And Ryan, he goes to second.
That is the 12th bases loaded walk for the Mariners so far this year. We're not even midway through this thing.
Yeah, this is game 57.
It's unreal, isn't
I know
it?
that. How about what game they walked? They got three
in one
bases
game.
loaded walks.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Here's Cust. He's got about 5 himself. Upstairs, ball 1. Cust, he drew a 4-pitch walk last time up.
That bullpen phone's going to be ringing here in a minute. Keeps this up.
50 pitches.
Third inning. Cust looking to do some damage. Pulls it foul. Cardinals lead the National League with 7 bases loaded walks. The Mariners lead the majors with 12. Whatever it takes. So Sonnenstein, a long look. He's 1-1 to Cust. Breaking ball misses. Up top, 2-1.
Here comes Mr. Cutter.
Giving up 3. With the bases loaded at a gaudy batting average at 400. 2-1 to Cust. 3-1. Cust gets another one here. Bases loaded walk. He'd rank 3rd among teams, for crying out loud, with 6. 3-1 pitch. Check swing. 3-2. There's an ultra-mo look.
Yep. Another cutter at the top of the strike zone.
Still nobody out. Bases loaded, a run in. Three-two to Jack Cust. Hit hard right down to the first baseman Lopez. Fields flips to the pitcher for the first out as Ichiro scores. Now 3-0. Mariners. Cust picks up an RBI. His 19th.
Little handcuff job over there.
Well, the good news with it is because of the handcuff job, he gets the runner in, moves the other guys up. A little bit easier at bat for Franklin Gutierrez, who's going to follow him. Ball was hit firmly, maybe a chance to come home, but after he drops it, he just has to get the out at first.
Gutierrez is now 0 for 5 against Sonnenstein with his first inning ground out. He just does not have command of the breaking ball.
Well, that's a good thing if you're the Mariners. Go up there and buggy whip that fastball. A little gap band right here. Watch these boys carry the mail.
Ryan at 3rd, Smoke at 2nd. One and one. 3-0 Mariners trying to make it more. Goody trying to pick up 2 out here. One pitch. Lined it right to the shortstop. And he's out on the catch. Said second base umpire Jim Joyce. So line drive to the shortstop for the second out. Reach home run hit by a Mariner player. Alaska Airlines donates 10,000 miles to our Make-A-Wish Home Runs for Wishes program. You can donate your own miles to Make-A-Wish at alaskaair.com. You're going to put Adam Kennedy on. They want to pitch to Miguel Olivo with 2 outs. Give him a force at every base. So load him up again. second intentional walk for Adam Kennedy as you look at Joe Madden in his 6th year. The skipper of the Rays.
I think it's safe to say he changed the culture over there, huh?
Didn't he?
Man.
His thematic dress code for the trip here to Seattle was grunge. They go to Anaheim after they leave here. Everybody has to dress like a Beach Boy. And then when that trip is over, as they head back to Baltimore, they can wear their pajamas. So you can bag the suit, just put on the PJs.
Yeah, I love it, man. Throughout the course of the year, you got to change things up, keep it loose. We used to do the same thing, Michael, huh? Remember those days? Cowboy trip, whatever it may be. Everybody had to wear boots.
I like it.
Makes it fun.
It does.
Breaks things up for you.
It gets monotonous, doesn't it?
Here's Olivo. 30 pitches this inning for Sonnenstein. Ball 1 to Olivo, who is the 8th hitter for the Mariners here in the 3rd. Two and 0. Well, Mickey's seen just about everything this guy's got. He's thrown a ton of pitches here. 2 and 0.
Sit on that cutter.
All right, see if he does. 2 and 0. 3 and 0.
He certainly hasn't shown the ability to get inside to a right-handed hitter. It's all cutters and sliders, occasional curveball. Everything is away from the right-handed hitters.
Look, elevation up and away, and right off that root sport in right center right here. 3-0, let him swing. Stick the nail in the coffin right here.
Well, we've seen Eric Wedge turn him loose a lot on 3 and 0. Pitch to Olivo. He did. Backhand by Longoria. He's got no play. 4-0 Mariners and a base hit by Olivo. Miguel swinging 3-0, picks up his 20th RBI. Scoring on a play, Ryan. Everybody moves up a base.
It's about time one of those fell for him, huh?
Yeah, and if you're going to swing 3-0, what you want to do is hit it hard somewhere, and that's exactly what Miguel does. Longoria, one of the better fielding third basemen in this league. Ball's hit too hard and can't handle it as it hits off the heel of his glove.
Nice job to save a run right there.
Here's Sean Figgins, the 9th man coming to the plate here for the Mariners in the 3rd inning. And you're right, saved a run by knocking that down. Bases loaded for Figgins. Looks at strike 1. Figgins, I think it was a check swing. Originally we thought it was a foul. He thought it was a foul, so did we, but it was a check swing. He didn't check, said Jim Wolf, and he got punched out to end the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch. 1-1. 9th man to the plate. Smokes at 3rd. You get Kennedy at 2nd and Olivo at 1st. Three-run inning for the Mariners, looking for more. 1-1. He takes 2 and 1.
This next pitch will be 70, and there is nobody even moving in the bullpen for the Rays. 37 balls, 32 strikes.
It's all you, big boy. 2-1. Fouled it off its foot. 2-2.
That's what happens in a 4-game series, man. You're on your own. Good luck. Early in the game.
Joe Madden, Dave Martinez along the rail there.
Looks like he gets a cutter. It's in under his hands and right off the foot. His back knee.
Yeah. So 2-2, 2 outs, bases loaded for Figgins. He could use an attitude knock here. 2-2. Looper center field. Upton will outrun it. 9 men to the plate for the Mariners. They pick up 3 runs and take a 4-0 lead to the 4th inning here at Safeco Field.
One in the 7th against the A's. Carl Crawford, 7 for 68 this year, facing left-handers, but he comes up big with the bases juiced, 2 outs. Bloopers scores 2, and the Red Sox go on to knock off the A's 8-6. Back to the booth.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Bob Christopherson and Krutner in their Elvis Presley rendition here. Rally Fries, maybe being on TV will get us dates. Hey, try anything, right?
Nice seeing you.
What else you got to lose at this point? Right, Jay? If it's gotten that desperate, you might as well, right?
Yeah, the day to love it with the garlic fries, too. That goes over well.
Here's Johnny Damon. Johnny leading off today. He's in the leadoff spot as the DH. Yesterday, he was in the 4-hole as the DH. We're talking about the thematic travels of the Rays. Johnny Damon leading the way. This is the Rays. They take pictures of all their gatherings. And there's where's Johnny? Johnny fouls that one off of Miguel Olivo.
That's straight get her done.
There he is. And Johnny Damon on the left. As he got a red checkered shirt in front, one of the coaches, and I think to his left, to your left, over the shoulder, Damon. Good stuff. Johnny says he's a 37-year-old veteran, 17 years in the league, in the bigs. Really enjoys it. He says, hey, you got to have a life away from baseball.
No doubt.
2-2 to Johnny. World Series rings with the Red Sox and the Yankees. 2-2. Pulls it down to Smoke, who takes care of it. 1 out. Let's get more on Joe Madden and the grunge scene with the Rays. Here's Jen Mueller.
Oh, Joe Madden is the one who comes up with all of their themed trips, and I asked Johnny Damon where the grunge theme ranks as far as the themes that he's experienced so far, and he said for him it ranks pretty high up there, but for his teammates who weren't around when grunge was popular, he thinks it kind of goes over their head. But he graduated from high school in '92, right in the middle of that one, so he certainly appreciates the opportunity to throw on his best grunge look.
Nice to have a little historical perspective, teach the young pups.
So what are they going to do, a Lady Gaga thing next?
Yeah. Well, yeah, with the 12-inch heels, right?
Goldfish in the heels. Come on. What are we talking about?
Here's Ben Zobrist. I told Johnny before the game, I said, you're going through the same thing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went through when he was 38, 39 years old. Dudes were, when he started, it was 18, 20 years ago.
You got me laughing thinking about that. The visual, the short shorts they used to play back then, too. Amazing how times change, and so the wardrobes.
Kareem said, Kareem said, I saw Jackie Robinson play. These guys don't even know who he was. Diving effort, Kennedy to no avail on the 2-1 pitch. Zobrist with a base hit.
And Ryan playing up the middle, had to go back over to try to cover the hole, and it looks like it just gets under his glove. Nice effort. He's really done a nice job. I mean, we were talking about him hitting earlier. He's done a nice job in the field, too. Play some third base for you. Turns a double play.
Start off as a utility guy to give some guys some rest. Now they're running him out there every day, man.
Leading hitter.
Why not?
And I tell you what, he's going to play himself in a pretty nice little contract again.
You know, it's interesting, Mike.
He ought to
you
be
mentioned,
rewarded for
no,
that.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Mike, you talked about third base. He hadn't played there yet, but if Figgy keeps struggling, that's an option.
Well, he hasn't, but we saw him play there a lot in spring training, and he did a nice job.
And he played there 2 years ago with the A's.
I think they got somebody coming up that plays pretty good second base. So I think you're right on that.
This is June, and we could be seeing this directly in another couple of weeks.
Well, they've already made one move today. I mean, you never know what could happen tomorrow.
Good hitter here in Longoria, off to a slow start. You see the Sporting News offering yesterday, Jay, top 50 baseball players. They had Longoria number 7. They had Felix number 3.
Who's number 1?
Come on,
Albert.
Come on.
How good is that guy? Are you kidding me?
1-2. Runner goes. And Miguel Olivo can't make the transfer. Stolen base for Zobrist, his 6th. Take a look at the top 5. This coming out of Sporting News. Your thoughts?
I tell you, Troy Tulowitzki, man, that guy for a shortstop, it's impressive. I love watching that guy.
Felix, Joey Votto, MVP. Lincecum,
freak.
Couple of Cy Young awards.
I don't know who you would have to move, but I can't believe it. In that list, they also had Miguel Cabrera hit in number 8.
Is he any good?
He's got to be in top 5. I don't care who. You have to move somebody out of there, but it'd be tough. But there's Cabrera at number 8.
Halladay, Longoria, Cabrera, Joe Mauer, and Hamilton.
It's a pretty good list. Mauer can't stay healthy the last year or so, unfortunately.
And Hamilton's missed a lot of
Josh
time this
the same way. And then we turn around here about him today going yard. And didn't take him long to pick right up where he left off.
Inside, he and Cruz, a week ago when they both came back off the DL, they both homered in the same game. Texas an 11-2 winner tonight. They clubbed Cleveland in Cleveland tonight.
Pujols just played. It's like a wiffle ball game, man. Is it that easy? Kidding me?
Cardinals got a bunch of injuries. A couple of key frontline pitchers. Wainwright, one of them, and they're still very much in the thick of things, leading by 2 over Milwaukee in the NL Central.
Hey, was that a true story? They were talking about moving Albert over to third base?
He did. They were struggling. He played a few games over.
Really?
He volunteered. Went back
Good
to
for
third.
him.
Payoff to Longoria with a runner at second. Lined right to Ryan. 2 outs. Well, how about this? We're talking about bringing some people up. Building to the future, brought to you by Banner Bank. Mike Karp's got a 19-game hitting streak. He's got power numbers. Look at that, 333, 16 and 47, OPS off the chart.
16 and 47.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big yard.
Yes, sir. But he's blocked by smoke at first. And then left field, I mean, he's primarily a DH first base type. I mean, got some guys out in left field here.
That Cheney Stadium's nice. They did a nice job on that renovation.
Here's Matt Joyce.
Nice little $30 million update.
Joyce, the leading hitter in the American League.
Yeah, you're right, though. I mean, poor thing. I mean, there's no place for him to play, but you keep swinging like that, sometimes they'll find a place for you to play.
Broken bat, foul ball. Give you an idea of kind of year Joyce has had through these first 56 games. First in batting average, 9th in runs, 3rd in on base, 2nd in slugging, and 4th runners in scoring position.
And that was deep in his kitchen right there. That thing just shatters as he hits it off his knuckles.
Just throw the knuckles. Oh, that good old slow-mo. So you think it's easy, folks. Take a look at that.
2 outs. Runner at second is Zobrist. Big sweeping breaking ball. Fouled into the glove of Oliva. 1-2. Vargas looking for his first win against Tampa Bay. 4 games, 3 starts. He's 0-2 with a 4.82 ERA. He's ahead here of Joyce. Strike 3 call. Joyce does not like the Jim Wolf call. They'll agree to disagree. Vargas is done through 4 with a healthy lead at 4-0. Looking for rally fries. Good stuff. Good colors. Birthday surprise. Boy, he's asleep. Cup of coffee black.
Hey, Dave, wake up.
Wow. Yeah, he was contemplating or something. I don't know what the heck he was doing. Here's Carlos Peguero. How about the Mariners? 3rd inning. 38 pitches by Sonnenstein. First birthday. Hey, hook the kid up. 38 pitches for Sonnenstein in the 3rd inning. Mariners get 3 runs on 1 hit and leave the bases loaded. Peguero started it. He was hit by a pitch on an 0-1 offer. Strike 1 to Carlos. Sonnenstein is going to have to go as long as you can go because they don't have a lot going for themselves right now in terms of pitching depth. 0-2. If Neiman was not on the DL and rehabbing last night when Shields got in trouble, Sonnenstein would have been the long man. But Shields had to go for 4 innings, which he probably should have been out after 2. This fly ball going to Ruggiano. 1 out. Monday, June 13th, the Angels come to town. Big 3-game series with the Mariners. Monday the 13th, it's also BECU half-price family night. You can get tickets to see the series opener for as little as $10 per person. For tickets, visit mariners.com/specials. Top of the order, Ichiro. Ground out to second, a walk and a run scored. To the strike. The Mariners leave the bases loaded last inning. As it was, they put 3 on the board. Could have really broken it open. 1-2 to Ichiro.
Time for Ichiro to get on the board too.
Check swing. Boy, he's having a tough go. Sonnenstein throws him out. quick 2 outs in the 4th. Take a look. Where does he hit this? Ball's almost past him. Hits it off. Oh, missed the plate. Looked like he hit it again. So here's Ryan. Boy, he's in a tough run right now. That stinks, doesn't it, Jay? You think?
You're trying to get me in trouble, aren't you? Fish aren't biting. Yeah, that's not a patented Ichiro swing.
No.
But then again, it might be. I've seen him get plenty of hits like that, too. So.
1-1 to Ryan. 2 outs, nobody on here for the Mariners. One one. Live ball center field for Upton. Sonnenstein has a good inning in the 4th. The Mariners go in order. 4 in the books. A 4-0 Mariner lead for Jason Vargas.
Is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Jason Vargas and the Mariners have a 4-0 lead as we begin the 5th inning. Here's B.J. Upton. First pitch swinging, drills one deep to center. Gutierrez has it tracked on the track for the out.
Ballpark. Oh, baby.
So the Mariners center fielder retires. The Tampa Bay center fielder, 1 out. Love watching.
Good concentration. Eyes watching it all the way in.
So 1 out. Recorded by the reigning Gold Glove center fielder in the American League.
Rolling still make the trapeze?
They do.
They do.
Probably,
I don't see many guys using it anymore.
I think it was probably one of their #1 selling gloves.
Is that right?
What made that glove special?
That extra finger, trapeze, 6-finger glove is what they called it. Pretty awesome glove. It's what I like to use. I think Junior used it. Raul. Quite a few guys.
I thought it was a great glove. You gave me one.
Yeah.
When I had the caddy for you.
Yeah, well, you were one of those many list of guys that's played left field.
Yeah.
Did a little left field.
Yeah.
Did a good job out there, man.
Give you a little more flexibility? Or just, what was the thing about?
You know, really, when it comes down to the glove, it's really the way you break it in, really and truly. So my biggest thing is nowadays you got these kids that are breaking these gloves in, and when you walk over and you see them put it down on the ground, the thing looks like a pancake. Then they go and they put it on their hand. Sure enough, now a ball comes to them, that glove closes right back up. I try to tell them, hey, look, you got to keep breaking that thing, pushing on basically the webbing to open that glove up so you got more room for air. The last thing you want to do is have that thing close down on you and you go running for a ball. It's hard enough when you're running full tilt, trying to keep your eyes from bouncing. You got to have a little room for air.
So putting it underneath the car tire to break it in is a bad idea.
Yeah, underneath the mattress is not real good. I mean, that's the way people used to do it like that. But look at his glove. It's a fan. He's got the old fan where he pushes on the pinky to get it the wider it is, and that's for them. For infielders, it's all about deflection, as you know, so they can get it out of their glove and get it in their hand. Infielders don't want to catch it in the web. They want to get it in the pocket.
2-2, and Rodriguez swings and miss,
or more the palm.
So 2 outs. Take a look at Brendan Ryan. Look at his glove.
Wide open.
All right, so you got that example. Here he is surrounding a ground ball.
I mean, why not use all of it, right?
Exactly. But you see where that ball hit? It hit right off the pinky, and it goes right into the middle of the glove. So it goes into the pocket.
Popped up. Here comes Ichiro. Out goes Kennedy. Ichiro will take care of it. And that was a dynamically quick inning for Jason Vargas. He's through 5 with a 4-0 lead. Will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Glad you could join us, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Steve Buhner with us tonight. Mariners have a 4-0 lead. They got 1 in the first on a Smoke home run. His second in as many days, his 10th home run. Then in the third, in an RBI walk for Smoke. RBI infield out by Cust, and an RBI infield single by Olivo, and yet still left the bases loaded. It's Andy Sonnenstein, fly ball left field. Luciano makes the catch. Love watching the weather when you have this kind of forecast. The forecast tomorrow, mid-70s, sunny all day. First pitch at 1:10. Pfister against Hellickson, and then we will not have that game for you tomorrow. And then Sunday, mid-70s again all day. Bedard against Davis. First
Bring
pitch
your
at 1:10.
sunscreen.
Yeah,
it's going to be hot.
I like it. And look at what the sun's doing, reflecting off
my
the
head.
girders. A little semaphore there.
That'd be you and me.
Yeah, you and me. That's it. Get you at one end, I'll be at the other. Like blink, 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 blink.
That's Purdy. About time, right?
Now, you did have a commercial years ago where you blinded the players. Mariner
commercial.
Jack Cuss 2-0.
Tough to see with the blinding sun there, but I think Zobrist, the second baseman, is playing about as far back as I've seen anybody on the shift with Jack Cuss up. He's out there a ways. You see how far Zobrist is the second baseman. That's the shortstop Rodriguez, where the second baseman would normally play.
Cuss 0 for 1, ahead 3-0. They let Olivo swing 3-0. He got an infield RBI in the third. And Custer's aboard. Another walk. It's the fifth walk issued by Sonnenstein. Second walk for Cuss tonight. That gives him 35. He's ninth in walks in the American League. Well, the Mariners meet the Phillies on Friday, June 17th. First 20,000 fans, they can join the team with their new Mariners green alternate jersey. That's right. 20,000 Mariners faithful will pick up their very own Ichiro replica jersey while the team dons their green alternates on Friday the 17th. Get your tickets today at mariners.com/tickets. Franklin Gutierrez 0 for 2 tonight. Guti 0 for 6 career against Sonnenstein.
That little cutter out over the plate right here. See him hit one in the gap.
Mariners are 9-2 in games that Guti's participated in since coming back. 2-0. Kid has been behind all night. Jim Hickey coming out, pitching coach. He's hoping Sonnenstein can get him into the sixth.
Well, he's already had a season high on his pitch count, 88 pitches for him.
I didn't think he was going to get to where he was right now, the way things were going. He's done a good job in getting himself out of trouble. He's been effectively wild.
Could have been a lot worse. Mariners sent 9 men to the plate in the third, got 3 runs and left the bases loaded as case of emergency break glass. They've done so. So they get big Adam Russell up and ready to go.
Thought that was Ron Vallone there for a minute, the way he looked.
High fly ball left field. Bugiano's got it. Wynn takes it. Look at that Wynn. Boy, he had it. And he was in some trouble there for a second. 2 outs, 1 on. We were talking about gloves earlier, Jay. Take a look at his glove here.
Yeah, but it wasn't open at first, but then he fans it out right as the ball's coming in there. But it's amazing what that slow-mo does, huh?
The ultra
a little bit of a flinch right there at the end.
Right, big swing by Adam Kennedy, strike 1. Kennedy going up there ready to get some work done. He's 0-2. Leading hitter on the ball club at 296. Kennedy leans into one. Deep right field. Sending Joyce back. He can't get it. It's a home run for Adam Kennedy. A 2-run shot. And the Mariners now have a 6-0 lead. A 2-homer night for the Mariners. What's going on here? Home run derby for Kennedy. His 5th RBI, 16 and 17 for the Mariners. Leading hitter here in 2011.
Great sign, huh?
Sonnenstein, yeah, he tries to get another cutter in on him, leaves it out over the plate, pitches up above the belt. Adam throws his hands at it and ends up with a home run. That's his 5th home run of the year.
Crafty vet, man. Taking advantage of counts. Going up there, sitting on a pitch and sitting location and not missing it.
Veteran approach, and it is paying off big time for AK.
He just keeps getting better and better and better.
Here's Olivo. High fly ball deep left field. That ball's got a chance. That ball's way gone. Home run, Miguel Olivo. The Mariners' third home run tonight. 7 in a game and a half. 7-0 Seattle.
Just needed some sunshine, Dave.
Wow. Back-to-back jacks here in the 5th. For Miguel Olivo, his 5th home run, RBI number 20.
And this is doing something too. Again, another cutter up in the zone, middle in. But you can't miss it today with the wind blowing in like it is from left field. That ball is covered.
That was another Alaska Air Make-A-Wish home run. 2 outs. Higgins pops one up. So it was a quiet inning. You had a fly ball to left, a walk, and then a fly ball to left, and then a homer to right, a 2-run shot, and a solo home run to left. Kennedy got it done in an 0-2 pitch. Olivo went on a 1-0 pitch. Figgins left field, right at Ruggiano. He does hit the ball hard, but right at the left fielder. You're experiencing something really different for the Mariners, who've moved up from last to 12th in home runs after last night's barrage. 2 more home runs tonight. 3 total, 2 in that inning. 7-0 Mariners. Tampa Bay pitching. 7-0 is the score here as we go to the 6th inning. Mariners win 8-2 last night with 4 home runs. They've hit 3 here tonight. Man, they'll have everybody with rally fry signs coming in. What a roll. Can you believe this?
Just keep it going. Keep this up, we'll be in first place after this homestand.
3 more home runs. That gives the ball club 36 on the season as they check down to Mark Ripperger. Did not swing. Is John Jason. That's 36 home runs. The Mariners last night. Here's a fly ball towards the line. Peguero taking a long run. They will not get there. Ball club was last. Then they hit the 4 home runs last night. They've moved up to 12th in home runs, and that's not been a calling card for this team in a while. Since you guys pretty much shut it down, right?
Well, it's good to see a little thunder.
Makes all the difference in the world. Gives you a total different attitude, right?
Yeah, good to see them sitting on a location and not getting after it, man. These guys are out there hacking, getting their hacks in, especially 0-2, going yard on an 0-2 pitch.
1-1 pitch here. Ground ball to Kennedy. Throws the smoke. And Jaso's gone, 1 out.
I'm sure that's the last thing on Adams' mind right there. 0-2 is going yard.
Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. And this homestand, what's standing right now at 5-2, headed to 6-2. Tampa Bay Saturday and Sunday. Then off to Chicago for 3, Detroit for 4, and then back home for the Angels and the Phillies.
Chicago, great town.
Yes, sir. Kennedy.
Bang, bang.
Throws out Ruggiano. Quick 2 outs. How about Jason Vargas? After 2 subpar performances last 2 times out, he's dealing very nicely here this evening.
His numbers look good on his pitch count. 75, 52 strikes, 23 balls, 18 batters that he's faced, 12 first pitch strikes, and he's mixing in his changeup nicely. The only inning he's had to work is the 4th, 21 pitches in the 4th, but other than that, things have gone well for him.
I think he's getting a hit early in the count. Now he can go to his 2nd and 3rd pitch.
And he starts to get him swinging the bats early, which is what he wants. He's not a big strikeout guy. Put him in play early.
And then you can start working the ladder a little bit on them, start changing their eyes up, moving their feet.
2-0 to Johnny Damon as we get back to the top of the order. Johnny 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out to Smoke at first. Staying away from Damon. The Mariners started the day, so we look at the on-deck hitter, Ben Zobrist. Started today tied with Minnesota with 33 home runs, 12th in the American League. 4-pitch walk to Damon.
Way to jinx him, Jay.
So here's Ben Zobrist. Fly to center. Single to right and a stolen base. Ducking was the third base umpire, Mark Ripperger. So 7 home runs. You want to talk about scrambling for the record book. They're researching as we speak. The Mariners, so in the last 13 innings, have hit 7 home runs. Ball gets away from Olivo. No throw. A wild pitch. Gets Damon down to 2nd.
That Chef Jeremy's good cooking back there.
Well, everybody will take some credit. Why not? But 7 home runs in 13 innings. Well, that is a terrific sign to go with the Mariner pitching, which is certainly getting a lot of attention around the country these days. Ball at 2 strikes now to Ben Zobrist, switch hitting second baseman. Hit well, center field, slicing away from Goody. He's there, makes the catch. Man, is he good. Gliding Goody in center field. Makes it elementary.
Knew exactly where he was on that warning track and where he was to that wall.
Had it all the way. The Gold Glove center fielder for the Seattle Mariners, Franklin Gutierrez, with another stellar catch. 7-0 Mariners. above the rest. How about Franklin Gutierrez with this catch? It ends the inning, gliding all the way back. Slams a little bit into the wall. A lot into the wall. And hopefully a little grimace right there. Hopefully he's okay.
That's why you use two hands right there, Dave.
I was going to say, you were talking about him knowing where he's at. Not only does he have it exposed right there, covering up just before he hits the wall. A lot of times you see it jarred out of the outfielder's glove. But he does such a good job. And most of the time he has that in the webbing. He doesn't have to worry about it. But even on a play like that, to cover it up with his bare hand just before he has the impact of the wall.
Just to have that concentration and knowing that he's about ready to make contact with that wall, it's impressive in itself.
0-2 to Peguero, third time he's leading off an inning.
Now this is where Carlos needs to just cut it down a little bit with 2 strikes, take a little off, spread out a little bit, and just try to make solid contact.
Adam Russell, the new pitcher, replacing Sonnenstein.
I like the fact he's up there hacking, but when you get 2 strikes, you need to spread it out and calm it down a little bit.
That was pretty close to that right there. That was a pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Great
emergency
spoiler.
hack, yeah.
Great spoil.
Numbers for Russell. Well, nice job in the 19 innings he has pitched. ERA to 2.84. Opponent's average 2.53.
He's a big kid, 6'8", 255.
What kids nowadays aren't? Are you kidding me?
North Olmsted, Ohio, lives in Huron, Ohio. Came over from the Padres in the Jason Bartlett deal in December last year. 12 games with the Padres last year. 4.02 ERA and 0-0 record. San Diego in 09, 3-1 in 15 games. All out of the pen. Played in Portland, part of 2010, and hit 14 saves for that ball club. 2-2. Peguero to be followed by Ichiro and Ryan. Been a 3-homer night for the Mariners. They had 4 last night. Couldn't check his swing. Peguero's gone. Since May 18th, look what the Mariners have done. 5 errors and 143, but pitching continues to be impressive. Almost 4 runs per ball game. That number's starting to go up, which is very good news.
With the 5 errors in the 143 innings, it doesn't just show that they've consistently made all the plays. Petro hits this one back up the middle.
Rodriguez just gets him.
But now you have Franklin back in center field, and we talked about the range from Brendan Ryan. They're taking a lot of hits away, also helping that pitching staff out. I mean, the guys on the mound have done a nice job, but the defense has really helped them.
And I think everybody will agree they knew this team was going to be about pitching and defense. It was just a matter of getting those timely hits, manufacturing some runs, doing the little things. And I think that's what right now the Mariners are locked in. They're getting a timely hit. They're taking their walks. They're taking advantage, especially with bases loaded. Right now, everything's falling into place.
Well, I know the last couple of days they're hitting the ball out of the ballpark. But you're absolutely right. You go back and just look at that Yankee series and the way that they won some of those games.
Manufacture, man.
Moving runners over, getting them on third, let's get those guys in with ground balls, do what you have to do to score those runs. And for this club and the pitching they have, that makes a big difference.
And you're exactly right. They took what they gave. I mean, infield back, take the run. And all those runs add up, especially early in the ball game, ends up winning you ball games later on.
Well, you and I were talking about it a month ago. Sometimes a ground ball to the second baseman's a good thing.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, man.
Hit hard, line drive right to Rodriguez for the 3rd out. So Russell does his job in the 6th. 7-0 Mariners. Get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Budweiser, official beer, the Thirst Inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. The new and old bridges down in Tacoma. Galloping Gertie below. That'll be Longoria, Joyce, and Upton here in the 7th. Nice run here by Jason Vargas. Got 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Longoria tonight. Ground out to second, line out to short. Now the Mariners get their run. Well, they did it in very interesting fashion. Home run by Smoke in the 1st inning. Bases loaded walk, or RBI ground out, an infield hit in the 3rd. In the 5th, a 2-run homer by Adam Kennedy, followed by Olivo's solo shot. So that's 7 home runs in 13 innings for the Mariners. Two and 2 to Longoria. Full count run by Vargas. So Peguero scoring on a run. Kennedy with a home run. Peguero had a couple home runs last night. Here's a fly ball, left center field. And Gutierrez puts it away. Miguel Olivo with his 5th home run. That came in the 5th inning. And Vargas keeping a nice thing rolling here, boys.
All the starters pitching well in the last 4 games. 34 strikeouts and just 6 walks.
Matt Joyce, the hitter, leading hitter in the American League. Vargas has hung an 0-2 on him so far. Fouled out to Olivo and struck him out looking. Foul ball. Now here's Vargas in the 7th. In his last 2 outings, he went 3 against the Yankees, 4 2/3 against Minnesota. Last time he got into the 7th was back on the 18th of May as George Hendrick. Gives a little kid a souvenir. She may have even said thank you. It's a good sign. Vargas' last real strong effort in a winning cause was 18th of May against the Angels here. He went 7 innings. Struck out 9, walked 2. Left field for Peguero. Wynn got it. He and Hallman and Mike Wilson are taking extra fly balls off the bat of Mike Brumley. About 3:15, 3:30 today. Dealing with that wind was really an adventure. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs here in the 7th. B.J. Upton, the hitter. Vargas working on a 2-hit shutout.
Nice for the starters the last couple days. Felix last night, now Vargas today. As Ramos, who pitched in last night's game, gets loose, but have some run support early.
Early in the game.
Yeah, can be a little more aggressive with your fastball. Go after some guys.
Check swing. Kennedy will have to hurry.
Nice.
Scoop with the underhand and a 1-2-3 7th. So through 7, Jason Vargas has his name next to a 2-hit shutout against the Tampa Bay Rays. Mariners in charge with 3 more homers. playing some great baseball. Time now for a Coors Light freeze can. We're talking so much about gloves. How about what Kennedy does with the bare hand here?
Nice little bang bang, bare hander. Makes it look easy. I like the way he keeps his eyes down, sees it all the way in. Nice little underhand flip, follows the ball right over the first base.
How valuable has he been with this for this club?
It's huge. I mean, and he keeps getting better and better. I mean, we keep talking about him and what he's done with swinging the bat and the way he's been able to be plugged in pretty much anywhere in that lineup, hitting fourth. But he turns around today and hits another bomb.
There's Smoke. Smoke, Cust, and Gutierrez here in the home seventh. Mariners ahead 7-0 on a 2-hit shutout by Jason Vargas. Mike, at the beginning of the telecast, we were talking about how Vargas was trending downward over his last 4 games. This is a wonderful pick-me.
We also talked about typically for him what we've seen last year and this year. When you have a couple tough ones, he'll usually bounce back.
Ruggiano giving chase, no play. Good sized crowd on hand last night. 16,376. Tonight looks like it's almost double that.
It's packed. It's good to see.
How good was the King's Court last night? Did you see that?
That's solid. I love that. And he didn't disappoint, did he?
No. Give him a 5-run lead. See you later.
11 strikeouts in the game last night.
And 8 runs. How about that? Bet he was thinking, spread those out a little bit for me.
So a walk by Russell. We're talking about Felix. This is what he's done against Tampa Bay here at Safeco Field. The run support went up a full run with last night's win, 8-2 final. Team record, his record 3-0, ERA 1.40. Here's Jack Cust. Fouls one back. Adam Russell in his second inning of work. He went 1-2-3 in the 6th. Cust tonight. Walk. RBI infield ground out. A walk and a run scored. Got the Cust shift on for him. 1-1. Everybody swing around to the right side.
All right, just hit it in the seats. Can't have a shift for that.
1-1. He's thinking right with you. 1-2. Adam Russell, he last pitched on Wednesday. Gave up a single and hit a batter against Texas. Right into the shift. That's the second baseman handling that hard line drive. 1 out. Casey Keller. The Seattle Sounders, they return to action tomorrow on Root Sports. They look to complete a season sweep of the Chicago Fire. Fans outside the Seattle area can catch the match live at 5:30 p.m. with a replay available to all viewers at 9:30. 1 out, 1 on for Franklin Gutierrez, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Ground out, line out, and a fly out. Home runs tonight by Smoke, Kennedy, and Olivo. Last night, Peguero went yard twice. Cust and Smoke checking in. One and one. Tampa Bay starting today, 3rd place behind the Yankees and Red Sox. 3 out. Game behind 2nd place Boston. Fly ball center field. Coming in is Upton. And he makes the play. 2 outs. Gutio for 4. And here comes Adam Kennedy. was behind in the count, 0-2 with the runner on and 2 outs, and he homered his last time up. Joe Madden coming to get his pitcher, Adam Russell. He'll bring on Ramos. By Widmer Brothers Brewing, brewing without boundaries, and by Pizza Hut and the new Ultimate Stuffed Crust Pizza. Now get your favorite toppings and cheese baked right into the crust. Good luck at Commencement Bay down in Tacoma Dome in the background. Gorgeous day here in the greater Seattle area. In the upper left, you got Mount Rainier. That's how clear a day it was, and continues to be here in Seattle. Adam Kennedy. Runner at first, 2 outs. Cesar Ramos on. Second night in a row. Swing and a miss. Crowd didn't double from last night, but it's a market surge going to 24,492 as you look at the Ramos numbers. Ramos pitched a scoreless inning last night, gave up a walk. Kennedy, the leading hitter for the Mariners, he's over 300 now, coming into this at bat at 301. So Adam Kennedy, what a boon he has been to the Seattle Mariners here in first 57 games. Nice veteran pickup during spring training. June 2. This is wild here. 2-2. Fouled off. Game 3 of this series tomorrow. Tampa Bay will be back later on this season, but Game 3 tomorrow. Doug Fister against Jeremy Hellickson, Eric Bedard, Wade Davis on Sunday. 2-2 again to Kennedy. Breaking ball, hit down to Lopez. He'll take care of it. That'll do it for the Mariners. 7 in the books. 2-hit shutout for Jason Vargas. Mariners trying to go 6-2 in this homestand.
2 of this 4-game series right here at Safeco Field. Great to have you with us at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk. Let's check in on the Yankees and the Angels getting together down in Anaheim in the 4th inning. Peter Borges has the bases loaded, slaps one past A-Rod at third. It scores ex-Mariner Russell Branyan, and in the bottom of the 7th, the Halos with a 3-2 lead over the Yanks. Let's send it back upstairs to Dave Sims.
All right, Tab, thank you very much. How about Jason Vargas? A 2-hit shutout through 7. He's walked 1, struck out 3. Going to be Sean Rodriguez, Felipe Lopez, and John Jaso, 6, 7, and 8 here in the 8th inning. Rodriguez 0 for 2, fly to center, and a strikeout. Jay Wentz says Jim Wolf, 1-1. Rodriguez coming over from the Angels. Well, he was a highly touted infield prospect. It didn't work out, so he's been moved on to Tampa Bay his second year. 2-1. Got him to swing. Vargas off the mound and just gets it. 1 out. 5 in a row retired by Vargas. They bring up switch hitting first baseman Felipe Lopez. Single to center and a fly to right as Vargas turning in some outstanding work this evening. Kyle Farnsworth, journeyman right hand fireballer. No action right now in the Mariner pen. Strike 1 to Lopez. Lopez 1 for 4 last night. Picked up an RBI single in the 6th. 1 for 2 tonight. Here's pitch 101 from Vargas. He's ahead 0-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, Vargas in control tonight. 4th strikeout. Quick 2 outs here in the 8th. Root Sports, we're looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. Throughout the season, we're going to be going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month, we want to hear from devoted fans in the great state of Montana. So log on to rootsports.com and show us what you've got. Show us why you're one of the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fans.
Montana, God's country.
Big Sky. John Jaso. Strike 1 to John.
Darn good fly fishing in Montana.
You got a couple good sites up there.
Yeah, we'll be heading there in about 6 weeks.
Fly ball, deep right center field, but Gutierrez on the trail, on the track, makes the catch. 7 in a row retired by Vargas. Through 8, a 2-hit shutout and a beauty. 7-0 Mariners. you wherever you go. Subscribe to MLB.tv today. You'll see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Mariners' second game of a 4-game set enjoy a 7-0 lead. They've hit 3 more home runs tonight. And all signs point towards riding Sound Transit and saving a ton of money on gas and parking. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Jay Buhner. As we look at Kyle Farnsworth, he is the 4th Tampa Bay Ray pitcher this evening.
He's pitched well for the Rays so far this year. ERA at 1.5. 9 strikeouts in the 18 innings pitched. Used to seeing a few more strikeouts from him, but just 1 walk.
Yeah, but 1 walk.
Yeah.
Normally he walks the ballpark sometimes. He can either be on or off. Throws hard, man. It's not a comfortable at bat when you face him.
Here comes Miguel Olivo to lead it off. Miguel last time up on a 1-0 pitch. He homered to deep left field. Got an infield RBI earlier. So a 2-for-3 evening for the Mariner catcher.
Home running, it was impressive. Into the wind, turned things around to the back of the bullpen. Take a look at the home run that he hit. We talked about the wind blowing in the entire game from left field. Takes another look at it, but it's over that shed out there in the Rays bullpen.
What was that, a courtesy jump?
Almost got there.
What, a go-go gadget arm or something?
Strike 1 to Miguel from Farnsworth. Farnsworth, you can now put much traveled hard throwing right-hander next to his name. We'll run down his itinerary in a second. 0-1.
They're going to need an extra page for him.
It's getting there. Cubbies from 99 to 04. Detroit in 05. Later in that 05 season went to Atlanta. Then with the Yankees in 06, 07, 08. Part of 08 with Detroit. 09 Kansas City. Couple of stops in the minor leagues. Kansas City in 10 and Atlanta last year. Now Tampa Bay.
Good arm, though. That's what a good arm will do for you. And a veteran.
34 years old. Big guy at 6'4", 230. Two and two. To Olivo, followed by Figgins and Peguero. 7, 8, 9 here for the Mariners in the 8th. Strike 3 call. Miguel knew it. You've been there, Jay.
Yeah, a little guy on your shoulder. You want to hit him off.
Don't miss out on the first annual Sunny Six Killers Celebrity Golf Classic, Friday, July 29th. It's at Cedars at Dungeness Golf Course. You can hit the links with Sonny and other Husky legends to support children on the Olympic Peninsula. To register or for more information, you can call 360-417-7144.
We're talking about Allman getting called up here, but the other side of that is Saunders gets sent back to AAA. Jay, what are your thoughts about Michael and what he's going to have to do to get back up here?
I think he's just going to have to go down and keep honing his skills a little bit. I think the biggest thing is between the ears. You were laughing just a second ago about that little guy on your shoulder. I think sometimes, you know, someone's talking to him. He needs to get up there and get on the fastball and hunt the fastball, get aggressive and attack the ball because he's got skills, man. I mean, you talked about what he can do in the outfield, and he's a good player and covers some ground. He just needs to hit.
Rodriguez, base hit for Figgins. They disagree with me. He's 6.
Well, you take a look at the ball's hit firmly at the shortstop. It's a big hop. He should handle that. Ends up hitting on the heel of his glove. Recovers quickly.
I like this little backhand rake right here.
Yeah, he recovered. And he shows a good arm, but unfortunately it was wide. Take another look at it.
Clank you, and then a little backhand rake, and then he does got a good arm.
Yeah.
1 out, 1 on. First Rays error tonight. They made 2 last inning. There's Peguero. There's power on power.
He just got his pitch right there. He's looking for extension. Good pitch, though, knee high.
yanked way foul. I mean, way foul. Who thought they would get a freebie up that way?
The guy's firing his hat now.
You don't see anybody up there with a glove on for a reason.
0-2. Man.
Upper deck, way foul.
Struck him out on 3 pitches. 2 Ks here for Farnsworth. Mentioned Ichiro, top of the order. It's a giveaway fit for King. And we want to treat you like royalty on Felix Knitcap Night. Mariners host the Phillies Saturday, June 18th. First 20,000 fans get this unique King Felix beanie complete with crown. Get your tickets for the June 18th Mariners Phillies game. Mariners.com/tickets. That means everybody in King's Court will be wearing those. And their yellow and gold t-shirts. Figgins at first base, 2 outs. Ichiro 0 for 3, a walk and a run scored. And that batting average down to 267. That is unusual for June 3rd.
Something tells me they're going to keep running him out there, though.
Good call.
Go out on the limb on that
You all
one.
in on that one?
Yeah.
One.
That's what he needs, a couple of fillet of fishes right there to drop in and then off to the races.
Still looking to hang another digit up there. Forlorn look out there. One, two.
You're right, Jay. 34 years old for Farnsworth, still throwing 97 miles an hour.
Got a great arm, man. Always has.
Yeah.
1-2. Ichiro barely got a piece. On deck hitter Brendan Ryan got it.
Well, that's a 91-mile-an-hour split piece, which ought to be illegal. I mean, most people don't even come close to that. And he's able to foul it off.
Pretty good work.
That's knowing where your bat is, so you know it's just a matter of time for Itchy.
1-2 with Figgins at first. 2-2. Two pitch. Bounce to the second baseman Zobrist. Quick flip, got him. And that will do it. 8 in the books. And Jason Vargas coming out, going for the complete game. He's got a 2-hit shutout.
Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Let's rejoin Dave, Mike, and Jay.
Thank you, Tom. 1-0 to Justin Ruggiano, left fielder, batting in the 9-hole, leading off here. And a ground ball up the middle. Adam Kennedy backhand throws one down as Jason Vargas closing in on his second career complete game.
I'm here to tell you, Adam Kennedy's made a couple of plays tonight that aren't easy, but he makes them look routine.
On the money, too.
Yeah, accurate throw, easy play for Smoke over at first. Really done a nice job tonight, along with hitting a home run.
Vargas went 9 innings at Baltimore on May 12th. Went 9 innings, no decision. That was a game that went in extra frames. Here's a base hit off the bat of Johnny Damon. So 1 out, 1 on for Tampa Bay. Here in the top of the ninth brings up Ben Zobrist. Vargas in, I'm sorry, Mike, 5th career start, August 21, 2005. That's his only complete game.
I was just going to say he's been efficient tonight with his pitches, a couple single-digit pitch counts in a couple of innings tonight. He's had the 1 inning where he threw 20 pitches, but other than that, he's really been in command of this game.
One 1-0 to Zobrist. 1 for 3 last time Ben was up. He went deep to center field and Gutierrez caught it. There's a strike at 1-1. Vargas trying to go 9 innings for just the 3rd time in his career, trying to get a second complete game. Down to Figgins, slips, tries to get over, Smoke digs, no, safe. So his feet went out from under him. Tough break. Base hit.
This will be an infield hit. He gets over in good shape, and as he plans to make a throw, not much you can do about that. He does everything he can to get it across the diamond. Yeah, Zobrist beats it out.
Good effort by Figgins. Hard running Zobrist gets down there. So now 1 out, runners at first and second. Here's Evan Longoria, 0 for 3, ground out to second. Lined out to short, flied out to center. Strike 1 to Longoria. David Pauly up and throwing. Pauly has been fabulous for the Mariners, an 0.81 ERA.
33 innings. I think that's getting it done.
One and one. Mariners love to turn a double play and end it right here. One to Longoria. Line drive to right field, coming over Ichiro. 2 down. Runner at second. Damon, he tags, gets the 3rd. A 1 out away for Jason Vargas, his second complete game victory in his career. So the Mariner fans, 24,492 on hand. They have been treated to some fireworks, 3 more home runs, and Jason Vargas with a tremendous bounce back victory. He's 1 out away. Matt Joyce, leading hitter in the American League, stands in. Joyce 0 for 3. Popped up. Out of play.
.114 pitches for Jason. Solid ratio, 2-1.
How good must he feel coming off these last 2 performances? The 4 2/3 he got racked around at Minnesota. And the Yankees beat him up pretty good, too. 0-1. Hit down the smoke. This will do it right here. Jason Vargas with a wonderful bounce-back performance tonight. A 4-hit shutout supported by a 3-home-run performance by the Mariners to win 7-0 and take the first 2 games against the Tampa Bay Rays.
Not surprised to see Jason bounce back and have a nice outing. It certainly helps to get some early run support, which is something the Mariners have done the last 2 nights in a row. But Jason Vargas, it looks like he has things figured out. And how about the home runs from the Mariners? 3 more home runs tonight. Adam Kennedy with a 3-hit performance last night, a home run in tonight's game, and some really good defense.
Jason Vargas, boys, he gets a career best 4-hit shutout. His first complete game was a 6-hit effort. Look at this, in 115 pitches, bouncing back nicely, getting his first win since he beat the Angels back on May 18th. Very impressive. Very impressive. And the Mariners now, how about this? They go to 3 games over 500 at 30-27. And that is a high watermark for the ball club. How about Vargas? Take a look at some of the work that he turned in tonight. Matter of fact, it is absolutely the high watermark for the Mariners at 3 games over 500.
We talked about it. Having command of his fastball and setting up his changeup is a difference. Some good defense behind him tonight. And Jason really did a nice job. Good game all the way around for the Mariners.
And at one point, with the home run in the first and 2 in the 5th, that gave the Mariners 7 home runs in 13 innings as we look at Vargas. And he's standing by right now with Jen Mueller.
That we get a chance to talk to the starting pitcher after a complete game shutout. Jason, this was really what we have come to expect from you tonight. What was different tonight compared to the last couple of outings?
Getting ahead, but, defense made some great plays, helped me out, and, just getting ahead of hitters.
The offense kind of came through early from you. What have you seen from these hitters the last couple of nights? It's maybe not some of the most traditional ways to score runs.
Yeah, we'll take them any way we get them, but long ball certainly excites people. So, if we can keep doing that, we're gonna put some people in some worry.
What have you seen from this club in the last couple of weeks? Because there really hasn't been any fight, and there's been a lot of scratching and clawing to get it done.
Yeah, it's nice. We're really showing that we can put the ball in the gaps and really just come out and swing the bat and not just claw runs out. So, it's really good to see us do that, and I'm excited to get the run support.
How long is it going to take you to bounce back? You look a little tired out there. I know it was 114 pitches, I think, but now how are you going to take care of yourself?
Just hopefully get some good sleep and come back early tomorrow morning.
All right, well, go enjoy this one and celebrate. Nice job, Jason.
Thanks, Jen.
All right, Brad, that's what you got from the starting pitcher. It's always nice when you get a chance to talk to him. Like we said, we usually have to wait, a good 20 minutes after a game for that.
That's right. They're usually getting ice, getting treatment. They eval those pitchers. Nice of Vargas to stay out there for us, right?
I think it's more of Jen. I think Jason Vargas saw Jen and he just ran right to her and said, "Let me talk to you."
When we ask, it's like,
no,
I'll see you later. All right. Well, there is Miguel Oliva, who backed up his battery mate with a home run. Vargas improves to 4-3. Lots more on Jason Vargas and this offense right here in Mariners postgame on Root Sports.